Everyone loves mobile games, right guys?
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Mobile games are the most wasted potential in the entire gaming space. Most people nowadays have some form of mobile device, so obviously for a developer, it's a no-brainer to make games that such a wide audience can play. Gaming usually requires a console or PC, a controller, and the game itself. Compare that to the accessibility of just downloading something on your phone, which you're probably using the majority of the day, and yeah, you can see how we end up with shit like Lara Croft Go. But you gotta trust me on this one. We don't care. Now, to be clear, we're not talking about the mobile game studios that make games exclusively for mobile. No, we're talking about the larger console game studios that have been trying to tap into the mobile game market. Because sure, games developed specifically for mobile have their charm, some even leading on to create successful franchises. But the games that best suit mobile are typically those bite-sized arcade-style games that you can get into quickly while on your break or something. That, or those games that utilize the more unique qualities of mobile devices, such as cameras or gyroscope abilities. But when instead you have something like Dissidia Opera Omnia, a turn-based RPG with a very involved story full of cutscenes, and just to play you have to download 13 gigabytes of useless background data, always have an internet connection, why is this game on mobile? Why is a game like Devil May Cry, one of the most technical and involved combat systems that utilizes every single button on a controller, being crammed onto a touchscreen with fake buttons everywhere? Why does something like Pokemon Masters even exist? When these console game developers try to capitalize on mobile devices, no one wins. Sometimes you get a winner here or there, but usually they make them far too involved or cumbersome to fit a mobile device, completely missing the point of developing a game for mobile at all, while at the same time making these games too bare bones to be mistaken for a main console release. The trailers are always these unapologetic bait-and-switch CGI masterpieces. Meanwhile, the actual game is looking like this. And on top of all of this, you have shameless anti-consumer practices just littered all over these games. From loot boxes to cosmetics to fucking energy crystals just to play the game. But where things get really messy is when these mobile games begin to interfere with the main releases of a series. Animal Crossing. Now this was a game that was actually alright for mobile, but then Pocket Camp kept getting updates while New Horizons, the main release on Switch, wept alone in a corner somewhere. Even as people demanded online for these items added to Pocket Camp to just be added to New Horizons as well, Nintendo stubbornly refused. It was as if they were saying, this game, we paid $60 for, that's not the real game anymore. This one on mobile though, the one that's watered down, that's meant to be a weaker version of this one, that's the real game now. You'll get that one. That, or these mobile games once failed, go on to just plague main console releases. Mario Kart's expansion pass, for as cool as it was for them to do it at all, how many stages from the mobile game needed to be here? Now alongside the insanely high quality stages from the base game sits 20 bland city levels that play the exact same way. Hey, little Tommy, hold on a second, let me ask you something. Do you miss Mega Man X? Huh? Do you want to have a new Mega Man X game after 20 years? Well, alright then, here you go. Have a mobile game that sucks ass and hopes you buy all the costumes. What? What's that? You don't like this game? Well, you know what then? No more Mega Man X for you. In fact, you know what? The series' future was dependent on the shitty mobile game, so if you didn't buy this one, that's it. That's it. Nope, you ruined it. Sorry, you blew it, man. But you could buy it again on Switch if you want to show me you really care this time. So many resources and possibilities are just absolutely wasted on mobile games. Dream Team, Ever Crisis, even Dissidia Opera Omnia. These are games that have so much potential, yet are trapped in the graveyard that is the App Store gaming section. Or even worse, the Apple Arcade, a fate fucking worse than death. While some people may enjoy playing these big games on mobile, there's already dedicated systems to play games on that can offer people a much more enjoyable experience. I understand if you can't afford a dedicated gaming console that mobile offers an alternative for you, but that's what this should be, an alternative. When you see these developers still choose to pump out these mindless mobile games loaded with microtransactions and gacha systems, man, that's just deflating. If any developers out there are hearing this, I'm telling you with love, no one cares, man. Save yourself some money and put those resources into your next main release instead. Or at the very least, save yourselves the embarrassment of an inevitable shutdown post because no one wants to play your half-baked shitty mobile game. But if you just can't help yourself from taking a bite of that forbidden fruit, then at least, man, make sure your main series is up to snuff before you pour out this sludge. Because when you choose to dump all your resources into a supplemental product as opposed to the main course, that is when you become the incompetent studio that's pumping out Pokemon Sleep.